What's up friends, my name is Jess, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be setting up my bullet journal for March. As you can tell, I decided to do a Krispy Kreme donuts theme for this month. Krispy Kreme donuts are like my favorite sugary treats, and about a month ago I got some for the first time since moving back in June. The sheer ecstasy that I felt holding that box is exactly what I wanted to replicate here. I did sketch out all of my spreads in advance. Coloring alone took 4 to 5 hours, so imagine including sketching. Of all the things I've done in the past, this one maybe took me the longest. Just coloring in the iconic green dots took forever. I did get the brilliant idea to use my ruler to color them in, and it was going well until... oh no! Well, until it wasn't. It's okay. I stopped using the ruler after that, and later I used my white Signo gel pen to try and cover it up a bit. Whenever I do a stylized font for my spreads, I do usually base them off of real fonts, so I'll look up a font online and use the sample text feature to see what my header would look like and draw it myself. In this case, the Krispy Kreme font is based off of Freehand 521. For my donuts, I was originally inspired by Harold D Creates on Instagram to do a more watercolor texture to them. After much experimentation though, I realized that paper in my journal just isn't good for that, so I would have to do it on other paper and glue it in. That just didn't work for what I had planned this month, but rest assured, I know exactly what future theme I'll use to experiment with watercolor. In this case, just coloring it in would have to do, and it actually turned out better than I thought it would. For my mood tracker, I did draw out 31 donuts, but don't worry, you don't have to sit through that. Right now I'm only going to do the outlines, and throughout the month, the icing of each donut will be decided by my mood. I do really like this idea because it gives me the option of adding sprinkles or a swirl in a different color to indicate a mixed sort of mood, which usually isn't an option in my mood trackers. Will I get lazy with this midway through March though? Honestly, yeah, probably, but I wanted to give it a shot. And the little sprinkles in the corner are going to be my color key. I love this white gel pen, but Crayola markers tend to bleed into it, so don't be surprised if you need a few layers to get a pure white. I usually wait a while before using it on top of marker, and I think it bleeds less that way. Also, by the way, all supplies that I used to color these spreads will be in the description below. At this point, my camera died and I was about to from all these green circles, so to save us all some time, I did the rest of the circles off camera. These two pages are going to be a habit tracker, but I'm doing something a bit different. On the left is my usual tracker method where I list a habit and mark each day if I do it. In this case, I'll fill in a sprinkle for every day I do a certain habit. On the right though is a separate list of habits. My major goal for this year is just to improve my quality of life and find a way to be content and happy with myself, regardless of external factors I can't control. So I've listed out some new habits that I want to incorporate into my life. This isn't the entire list, but it's baby steps. I didn't want to be so strict with myself though and have a bunch of empty sprinkles to make me feel bad if I don't do them, especially since some are weekly instead of daily. Instead, I'll just check the empty circles and erase it the next day to start over. I feel like this is a kinder way of holding myself accountable without beating myself up about it. If you're wondering, This page has 186 sprinkles, not including the ones that'll be on the donuts. Strawberry donuts are my favorite, by the way, so I'm definitely making them the biggest donuts on these pages. And now we're starting on my weekly spreads. If you've watched my February plan with me, you'll already know this, but if not, I don't actually use my journal as a productivity task list tool. This is more like a diary for me. So at the end of each day, I just fill in what I did during the day and any little tidbits I feel like, such as a show I'm really into, what books I read, etc. This spread is also the first time I'm experimenting with different layouts since starting this journal in October. On the next spread, you'll see my usual layout. So this is my typical layout. I just feel like it's the most efficient use of space and the cleanest to write in, but maybe March is gonna change my mind. For anyone wondering, the empty spot in the bottom right is usually filled up at the end of the week with a quote or a journal entry or maybe even a photo. Honestly, this is the spread I regret the most. She's still cute in my opinion, but the dripping feels more ice cream than donut icing, if you see what I mean. And then I start filling in the sprinkles with colors and just no. Maybe it would have looked better on the pink, but I don't like the way the colors look with the brown icing. Originally, I actually meant to go back and color over the white gel pen sprinkles on all the donuts, but after this, the plain white just looks prettier to me. And here comes the most overwhelming weekly spread. Just looking at it tired me out. This spread took so long that we started a new day, but she is my favorite though. At this point, I realized this last spread was a little plain to me, so I decided to throw in some more green dots. I also threw in some sprinkles and went back to some past spreads to add more details and sprinkles there too, and try to incorporate them a bit more. I didn't like how the sprinkles turned out on the icing page, but I committed to them, so I wasn't going to ignore them. And she's done! This is maybe my favorite theme yet. I hope you all enjoyed watching me create these spreads and took some inspiration from them. If you also do creative bullet journaling, did you have a theme for March? Next month is actually my birthday month, and I already have the theme for that picked out. I am so excited about it. Feel free to comment below and try to guess what it is. I'll even give you 2 hints. 1, it's going to be more work than this one was, and 2, there's an element in this theme that shows up in the next one. In the meantime, make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you in the next one.